Hey y'all, what is going on? This is Romney 44. I'm waiting for my partner to come in, Uncle underscore lad. We just want to talk about some things today. The topic we're going to be talking about is, something that's based with um, us as black men and some of the things that we face. So I know he'll be in here soon. And so we are looking forward to, talking. If you guys want to come in and make some comments, we would love that. We're not trying to get too heavy, but we do want to talk about just some of the challenges, and not just black men, but mainly black men, because we feel like there's a lot we can be doing for each other. But anyways, let's see if my buddy is in. Give me one moment. I think I see him here, and we just got to bring him on in. So bear with us, y'all. Bear with us. All right. I'm trying to bring Lad in here. Bear with us. Still trying to get you in here, my brother.
There we go. There we go,
Uncle Al,
Rodney. So, whoa,
what's happening with
what's
you,
going,
man?
what's going on, folks?
Just trying to get it right, get it right. Now I know. Okay. What's happening, man?
Oh man, just live my best life, man. I decided to come outside today. It's such a beautiful day, brother.
I know you were saying that. I know you've been ripping and running too.
Man, it was hot today. I had to run some errands, but that's life, man. I can't complain. I
Yeah,
try to live it rough and take it how it comes. You know how it go.
absolutely. And you're living, so that's a good thing.
Thank you,
Hey,
Jesus.
I wanted to just quickly just give a couple shout outs, and then I hand it over to you. I just want to, because what we were talking about, I think a lot of people don't get their flowers now, and I just wanted to kind of some of the people that have helped me along the way, help this even be possible, maybe even indirectly. They just gave me an opportunity, a chance to work with them. And this ain't like a name dropping nothing. I'm just very grateful to these people. Some of them I haven't really talked to as much lately, but I want to thank Spice one for allowing me to work with him, Candyman, Sugar T, a gentleman named Ron Palermo. He did Maya's album, Love Jones. His brother Fido, he introduced me to some people. I mean, they really have helped me, man. Kind of then springboard to meet other people. So I'm just grateful for that. And one of the reasons why, because it kind of ties in what we're doing today. I think, what we're talking about today is, what the title means to me is, destruction of a black man is an inside job, is, because I think that, I mean, me and you, we have a unique and special relationship, and I'm grateful for everything you've done, and I hope I can give back more and be more of a, more of a, person in your life that you can feel like, hey man, Rob me, and maybe it's not monetary or maybe it is, whatever. But but my point being is that I just think it's a day to give flowers to people. I had some incidents that happened this week where I think people were, when they can't beat you, bro, they can't join you, they want to beat you, but that's okay though, because I know in my heart that things that we're doing and they're gonna prevail. So, anyways, I know you told me about an incident you had. There was a gentleman, people was trying to, for lack of a better word, shit on him about what he's doing when he's doing nothing but being positive. And it resonated with me because when I started doing TikTok and stuff, look, lad, I didn't expect for one person to like it. I was shocked. I was doing it for therapeutic reasons because I had just went through a divorce, and it was something in a pandemic, and it was something just to make me laugh,
And hear my neighbor go with the lawnmower. I hear you, brother. I'm gonna step aside in a minute.
All
It's a
right.
little warmer in there, but let me just say off the top, you know what? Congratulations on what you're doing with the TikTok and all your other platforms, brother. You
I
definitely
appreciate you.
sending some positive vibes. You're doing some positive things, and as we talk, outside of the podcast, we just keep saying positive, man, and blessings is gonna come to you. And
Right.
also on
Well, I
top of
feel
that,
blessed either way. If it ends tomorrow, because I'm not doing anything major, but it makes me happy, bro. And I finally found something that makes me happy. So what was
oh,
going on with that gentleman on Facebook? You was telling me.
yeah. And also, before I'm get into that too, before we get into it though, let me go on in. I'm close to see. Damn, I done lost my light, dog. Oh,
It's all
and there
good.
go, and there go my ring.
You
So
got
let me.
everything popping, bro.
Oh, you know what I'm saying? Well, brother, work in the bay, man, and then I
I
got to
know
make
you
sure
busy man,
everything's good
busy
around the
man.
desk when I'm gone. So I got that ring popping. So if y'all come up over
I hear
here,
you.
I got the
I hear
camera
you.
in the front and in the back.
Oh,
Don't
you
trip.
doing it? Yeah,
Hey man, that's how we got to ride. You know what I'm saying? But let me
I
also
do.
give love to those people you mentioned. I'm not gonna be able to verbatim say word for word, name for name, but Spice Love, Sugar T, all the Candyman, all the people who's been giving love to my boy Rodney, Fofo, giving me motivation, keeping me positive. Man, I appreciate you guys, love you and respect you. I've known this guy for a long time. He's always been a real one. He's worked hard. He's lived the best he can through his life, and he's doing nothing but going up. So I just want to give some love to those people as well.
I
Also, real
appreciate you.
quick. Oh, well, it down. Also, real quick to my family and friends, those who done jumped on and watched
Yeah,
the podcast. I'm gonna tell you guys thank you. As I said before,
all of y'all.
I know it's nothing more important and valued than your time. So me and Rodney Fofo, thank you for spending a little of your time with us. We definitely appreciate
Absolutely.
that. All right, let me
Yes,
get into
sir.
it, bro. So what we talking about, does it not only does it come from the outside, different races, different influences, but sometimes how it comes from the inside, our own
Yeah,
brothers and sometimes our own sisters.
yeah,
So, what I was telling you about a little earlier is I'm in a little Vino. I picked up a Fordo van. So I joined a little Facebook van club, a Vino van club. And there's a brother in there who is a good dude. I don't know him personally, but he's always been really positive. He has a
yeah.
nice, solid, and positive vibe when he posts his videos. And he's real. He has a lot of energy. He's living life, to his fullest.
Mm.
And the other day, he posted something to the nature of this was going to be his last video on the Facebook group because I guess people have been coming at him saying that, you're flossing your money. You're always trying to, push it up higher or make yourself better than everybody else in the group.
Mm.
And unfortunately, a couple of these comments came from other brothers, other black men. And as I told you, my reply to him was, man, look, do your thing, bro. You got to live your life and do what you do. If it makes you happy to get
Yeah.
on there, talk your talk, show what you're doing because you're working hard for what you're doing. Go ahead and do that. And don't let other people try to knock down your shine. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah.
It's unfortunate sometimes within our community, right? And I'm speaking on the melanin skin community.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate that sometimes we have people in our face who act like they want to see you win, but secretly they really hoping you lose, man. And
That part. Yeah.
that part I don't understand, bro. You know what
Nah.
I'm saying? Because like me and you are brothers, dog. I
Yeah.
always want to see you succeed. I never want to see you fail.
Right
It's
on.
never a thought in my mind of that. You and our other friends that we've all known each other for 30
Yeah.
plus years, some for 40.
Absolutely.
Why would I want to see you lose, right? And I'm
Right.
not saying this to be selfish or saying this to be cold-hearted, because see, if you lose, then and it would never be a problem on my end. You know this. But if you start losing, I work harder to help pick you up.
Right. Come
What
on
I
now.
want,
Come on,
what I want,
somebody.
what I want you to do is to continue to win and shine. So when you shine, I shine.
Right.
You see what I'm
Right.
saying? Because
Yeah.
the sun may shine on your side of the street at 6 p.m., but at 6:30 it's gonna come to my side.
For
And
sure.
the whole picture is nothing but sunshine.
Right.
So that part I don't understand about our community sometimes. And I
And,
just
and
don't get it.
and then I would say, lad, and if it ain't shining, well, damn, provide a brother an umbrella. You know what I mean? It's just that sometimes people, somebody deep in the game, and I ain't gonna say no more names. I ain't, I've been blessed, man, to get insight into the game itself because that's where I want to go. If I was gonna be a plumber, then I want the best plumber in the world to give me the insights and the little intricacies of that game. So I say that to say this. This guy, major player in the game, he's with a major group. It is, and he would just give me game to say, the thing about it is that, the bad advice is also beneficial, which I get that. My dad kind of told me that too. And that you got to, two people gonna give you, stay away from the people who want to give you advice because they can give you advice for two reasons. One, they want to fuck up your game. And he said, and I see that you ain't weak enough to fall for that. Or the second, they don't really want to see you succeed, but just in case you do, they can say, well, remember when I told you, you know what I mean? So
Yes, sir.
either way it's hate. With you, I know it's genuine because you've done things that's been spur of the moment, just things, and not with just me, bro. You know that you're the one out of all of us, you're called Uncle Lad for a reason, okay? Because everyone of our homies can come over here and they would all say a special story they had with you because you always been fair. You always, even in your teen years, and I think me too, I had some of that, kind of was more than our years. I think a lot of it was because of our dads, you know what I mean, and our moms,
Yes, sir.
and
Yes, sir.
but you spoke truth. Sometimes I was just repelled. I knew the truth, but I wouldn't say, but you spoke it. And that's what, as you become a man, you realize that type of cat I want by me. I don't want nobody who's by me, who's just, flighty or you don't get that Uncle Lad, y'all. Listen, you gonna get Lad tell you truth. But
Hey,
that's my
hey,
God, right? And like I said, those I had to let some people go, and I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it because in my soul, God was like, I gotta take you somewhere, and not everybody going. Some people gotta get off it, and this is ironic, but some people gotta get off at this time. And I say it's
yeah.
ironic because my man is but nonetheless, yeah, I want to help as much as I can, but you don't want to help people that don't have don't have the right motives for you.
No, you speaking the truth, bro. Because you know what? There's that saying that people are a part of your life to fulfill a certain destiny or a certain point.
Yes, sir.
You may elevate beyond somebody, and it doesn't mean that you wish any ill will towards them.
No.
It's just that you're elevating, not that they're not. You're elevating on a different level. And I think you've heard me say this several times, bro. And I use this as an analogy even when I speak to some of the youngsters, right? I mean, all of our goal is to make it to the finish line, right?
That's
Now
it.
we could be going down the street, and I may have to make a left. You could be going straight. You may go a couple more blocks and have to make a right. I go a
Mm.
block, make a right. You go 2 blocks, make a left. But then we wind up on that same road, going down that same path of elevation, right?
Yes.
So, and just to speak on, I appreciate your kind words, bro. But you know me for a long time, man. I can't be nobody but me, right? I'm not
That's
here
it.
to. I've never been here to tell nobody what to do, how to do
No.
it, what you should do, what you shouldn't do, because that's your journey, right? We all
Yeah.
have different paths, right? But
Yeah.
if you come to me with something, I'm going to give you what's inside. I'm not going to give
Right.
you I'm not necessarily going to always tell you what you want to hear. Now, don't get me wrong. If I feel that is something I need to help pick someone up, I may tell you what you need to hear, but I'm going to double back and say, okay, yeah, you're right about this. Let me feed you on this, but hold up. Don't forget about that, though.
Right. Yeah.
Always
Well,
remember
that's
that
that's what
part.
I'm
You know
saying.
what
It's
I'm
always
saying?
been fair
So,
across the board. Yeah.
right, right. And you know what? And look, bro, I get this. I not only got that from my upbringing, my mom and my daddy, my brothers, my uncles, my cousins, my aunties, nieces. I get it from my nephews, right?
Yeah.
But I've got it from you as well and our other friends, bro.
For
Because
sure.
and
For sure.
I said this before, you're never too old to learn something.
Mm-mm. No,
I don't
sir.
always, I'm not always doing the right thing. And I
Mm-mm.
appreciate it when you guys come back and say, man, you know what? I don't know about that, L double. I don't know about that, Uncle L, just that and the third, because if I don't take it that moment when I go to the sidebar, I reflect on that and say, you know what? Damn, he made a good point,
Yeah.
right? I got to
Yeah.
think about that. I got to put that into the equation. And this is what we do for each other as good friends and knowing each other for so long.
Right.
It's just amazing though how sometimes, and we know cats, you know them, I know them, who for some reason, you know what I'm saying, and I don't know if it's envy, I don't know if they just feel that you're a step ahead or you're leaving them behind or you're not giving the love or you're, I don't know what it is. It's just sometimes it feels that some of the brothers we know, the black men we know, that they just seem to take it a little different, man.
Yeah.
When we come from love, when we
Yeah.
come from, I knew you, man, when we were in elementary, man. I wouldn't tell you this or say this to you if I didn't mean something the best for you.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, because we
So
all want to hold on to, I think, not just things from your past, because it's almost like when someone does die, when we lose someone, and I know you understand tragedy, but, and we both do, but when they die, it's like you almost feel like, is that chapter? You always had a memory, don't get me wrong, but of course you want to see these people succeed, but it's like you said, it's weird when they don't see that you want to see, and you're doing everything you can. I had a buddy, and he was older than me. His name was Roy Davis. God rest his soul. Roy was such a great man. Roy never really gave. He was a godly man. He did everything for everybody. I mean, I wish you could see the eulogy they did for him. This man was people, white, black, purple. They all stepped up. He did remarkable things for these people in each period of their lives, the 70s, the 80s. And Roy, I met Roy, and Roy was a Christian man. Me and Roy, one time we got in an argument, and it was the first and only argument I ever had. And I sat on my parents' stoop, and I waited for him to come home. And he's walking up, and he said some things that just changed my life. He was like, before I could even get it out of my mouth, Brad, he said, you know what, Robert, don't say nothing, because we both was wrong. We both was wrong. He said it takes two people to argue, so the other one could walk away. And the way he was the most magical man I ever met in my life. He changed my life as far as helping people more, being more. I watched this man write checks for families. We be in church here, a family needs some money. I look at, whoa, you gonna give him that much? He'd be like, God give it to me. But my point is, Roy was the type of person that made me understand that the best advice you can get sometimes is just having somebody listen. Because he wasn't always this, that. But people are built differently. You get different things from different people. Because sometimes I need that vocal. And then sometimes I just need some cat to say, all right, yeah, I support, you know what I mean? Look, okay, is it working for you? You know what I mean? So
no, real spill,
it's like we
real
don't do
spill.
that. I mean, people don't do that, man.
No, I get it, bro. That's real spill, and that's, and that's a blessing that we have those people that come through our lives. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's
Yeah,
family, friends, or even acquaintance, people you met through school, someone you ain't seen for 10, 20 years, and you have a 5, 10, 30 minute conversation with, and they
yeah,
lace you with something that you like, okay, I didn't see that part of it. I didn't get that part of it. But now when it's coming out of your mouth, it seems a little
right,
bit more knowledgeable. It makes more sense.
yeah,
So that's the blessing we have there, as you know, as we go through life and knowing good people and not so good people, because
yeah,
we also learn from the people who's not doing right, because they
absolutely,
move certain ways.
absolutely.
Look, and like I said, I got the people I know, bro. We good friends, man. And one of the things we used to always say when we was younger, a couple of people we know, unfortunately, they got addicted to some pretty heavy drugs.
Yeah,
And it's always been a thing that, look, man, when you doing that, don't fuck with me, dog. I don't fuck with you when you on that time,
because that's a
right?
different animal. They're a
Yeah.
different animal.
Right, right. But see, and then it gets to the point with that, then you go off, a couple months later, you hear that, oh, I seen so and so. He was like, you think you above somebody else, and I asked him about you, and he's like, oh, I think you're doing. He think he's doing a lot and all that, and it'd be like, nah, man, that's not the case, man. You
Yeah,
know the rules, bro. You know when you own that shit that we don't hang out, man.
can't.
It's been that way since 1982. You know the
Right.
rules now that it's 2022, it's not going to be different, man.
Yeah, same
But
thing.
it makes it harder. It makes it hard when these is brothers that we love, that we always wishing the best for. We want them
Right,
to do the best. We've always encouraged them to do the best, whether it's a chemical imbalance or they just, I know drug addiction is hard. I've never been addicted to hard drugs, and I imagine that that's a hard fight, right?
right,
But I don't get
right.
down like that. So for
Yeah,
you to, not speaking on one individual, but for people to, and other people watching this are probably, they understand what we're saying. For people to come at you in a negative way because they're dealing with drugs or they're having a hard time, and you cut them out of your circle,
right.
and for them to come at you and speak on you in the negative light, you can understand the part that, okay, I know it's the drugs, but then also it hurts you because you know what? You my brother, man. I loved you. All the
Right.
stuff we've been through, whether it was running from the police, going to each other's house, cleaning up. When your mama comes, she done see 5 or 6 of us in the house. She's like, oh, you young niggas got to clean up. Y'all gonna be hanging out here. And we all cleaning up
Yeah,
the house,
exactly.
things of that nature. When we done been through that, and then you go through a dark period and you like, oh, you didn't cut me off. You don't want to help me. I'll call. You don't want to send me a couple of dollars. Nah, man, I can't do that, bruh. Because
You
me giving
can't
you
do
a
that
couple of
for
dollars,
that.
I know
You know
what
what I
you
mean? You're not trying to do
right,
that for that. Yeah,
right. Because I know what you're gonna do with it, man. You're gonna go and get high with that, man. And that's not what I want you to do. You getting high is not getting you out of the situation you in.
right.
It's not that I'm trying to overlook you. I think I'm better than you. I mean, I'm not just speaking for me because I know it's in your heart as well. People, or any other person that's listening to this that's trying
Yeah,
to do something positive, who has friends that's struggling with addiction, alcohol,
or
drugs, or whatever
whatever.
it may be, right? But when you reach out to someone and say, "Hey, man," you say, "Oh, I'm going to work every day. I'm trying to live a halfway decent life," and you call or you reach out to say, "I need some help. Send me some cash or cash at me this," and I'm like, "I can't do that," and you get negative, man. It's kind of like, "Come on, bro."
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm
Because
saying?
and
You
you know
only
what? And
go
you're
ahead, bro.
right, lad. That kind of bleeds into something else I want to talk about too, because I have had, I might have fell on some rough times, whatever. I've always been a cat man. Like I said, there's homeless people live around me. They love to see me coming because they know I'm gonna give them something. So I've always been a
Right.
giver. A lot of that comes from Roy and just my parents, my family. I've always been a giver, but sometimes I need. But what I hate is when I hear later from other cats that be backbiting about me and don't know the truth. How you know I didn't borrow from Peter to give to Paul, which I've done many times. There's been times
Right.
where somebody I knew lad needed something and I didn't quite have exactly what they need. So I'd ask somebody, could you help me? Now I didn't. Maybe I shouldn't necessarily say, could you do that? But I didn't because I really didn't want that person to have to feel the stigma. So I'd rather take it. But what hurts my heart, some of the homies that I don't talk to no more too, is like, you don't even know the story. You don't even if you're gonna go back and y'all gonna sit around drinking Robert, you don't even know why, bro. At least find out why. and you got it back. But at least find out why. Because I'll tell you,
Right.
forced to tell you, but I'm not going to just tell you because once again, I'm trying to protect this person too because I'm better off than them, even though there's somebody better off than me, but they got their pride. It's the way it is.
Right.
I never worry
Right.
about asking you because if you say no or anybody say no, I'm good. I'm not. Lad, I tell people I'm not going to not. I'm supposed to stop loving you for $20. Come on now. You can give me a
That
hundred.
part.
You give me $300. I'm gonna stop. You think I'm gonna stop loving you? What I'm gonna
That
stop
part,
loving
brother.
you for is when I hear through the grapevine that you're talking about me and you ain't man enough to step to me. That's what I'm gonna hate you for. Not hate you,
Right.
but not deal with you. How's that?
Right, right. No, no, you said it perfectly. That's when I'm not going to have you around my circle or be in your circle because
Yeah,
that's the energy you're on, right?
yeah.
And it's funny you speak on that. And now that this brother said it, I was watching this brother Mark Robinson Sr.
Okay.
The other day on YouTube. Um, Let me say his name again, just in case some of y'all watching it. His name is Mark Robinson Sr. He's on YouTube.
Check him out.
Jump on his, check him out. Let him know you watch Uncle Lad and Rodney Fofo podcast, and we were speaking highly of this brother. Uh,
Cool.
just yesterday, actually, he did a video yesterday, and he was speaking about society and the energy we put now, right? And he spoke on a couple of, I'm not gonna say word for word. People, if y'all go check him out, and you'll see what I'm saying. I love the message he sent it. I'm just gonna sum it up by saying he was saying the energy you put out, someone's feeding on that.
Yeah.
Someone
Come on.
takes that energy and they keep that same energy going. Whether
Mm.
they want to dance with you, whether they want to speak negatively about you, whether they want to curse your name or whatever it is, if you putting out negative energy will find you because that's what you put out in the atmosphere and it surrounds you,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So that's another thing, man. So when you say on the people who they don't question, they just want to go off and speak on negatively about you and don't understand what you're doing or the plight that you're in or how you trying to help other people. That just sums it up with this conversation. And is
Right.
we speaking more on the black man or the melanin color, uh but it happens through all races,
Sure.
co-workers,
Yeah.
people you see, your mailman, your neighbor that you may have greetings with day to day, and you show nothing but positivity and love, but then they go in the
Right.
house or speak to the next neighbor and say something negative about, yourself or your environment or what's going on, not knowing at all just what the circumstances is, right?
Right.
So, I mean,
It's just human nature.
yeah, and look, good people. I say this if nothing else, man. If y'all take this out of this one particular podcast, man, try to stay positive.
Yeah.
It's not, no one actually do it 100% of the time. I
Right.
don't do it
That's your
100% of
mantra.
the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. I don't do it 100% of the time. I get
No.
mad. I
We
drive down the
human.
street, people cut me off and all this, and I say a couple with names under my tongue. Well, I ain't gonna lie. I said out loud if I'm the only one in the car.
I was gonna say now, tell the truth, lad. Don't you know who you talking to?
I'm saying? But I'm not pulling up on the window, flipping them off, trying to run them off the road because
Right.
that's not the energy that I'm trying to put out in the environment, man. The
Right.
energy I'm trying to put out is not necessarily just love, but I want to live, man. I
Yeah.
want to live in peace. I try to live a drama-free lifestyle. And
Right.
in order for me to maintain that, I got to
Right.
move drama-free ways.
Yeah.
So, people, once again, if you get nothing else out of this particular podcast, man, move softly.
Yeah.
You don't always look. You, my daddy told me a long time the toughest man on the block, somewhat tougher around the corner.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, no matter how you feel or how you do, always remember there's always someone better. But
Yeah.
what you
Well,
want to try to
yeah.
do is strive for yourself to be better. So when you're at your best, you show your best, you present your best. It ain't gonna
Yeah.
happen all the time, and then the best will come back to you.
Yeah,
You know what
and
I'm
if
saying?
we don't, then you still have to be who you are, true to your essence. Because my whole, and I'm with
Like
you. I
that.
try to even more of my 50. I try to live in peace, man. It's good to know that I could harm you, but I don't have to. You know, it's good to know I can
Yes,
take
sir.
care of myself, but I don't
Yes,
have
sir.
to. You know what I mean? So
Yes, sir.
that's where I come from with it. It's like and I think for me, it's like I know we can't. What's the answer to us becoming brothers? Because I know there's so many doors to go through. But I just like I hope what people and like I said, it's all for everyone. But really, what I hope the black men would take is that let's not mean mug all the time. Let's try to
No,
find out. And look, people don't mesh. That's fine. And just because we black don't mean we gotta be what I'm saying on the beat on the corner. But what
that's
I'm
right.
saying is
That's
that
right.
you may be missing out on a good man that it understands who you are. Because let's be honest, a white man gonna understand a white man a little bit more than a black. You know what I mean? And
Right.
that's fine. A woman gonna
Right.
understand a woman a little bit more. That's why a woman can see it. That's why a woman can see. Your woman can see a woman looking at you and say, "Yeah, she trying to get you. She wants you to hit." Because there was many times I missed the
Uh,
signals. You like, "Yeah, this sauce on to give you him." I'll be like,
right.
"Really?" And you know I was gonna do them, but I still how you know? Just in case, how you know? What did I miss? Is
Wait.
it the way you drunk on
Wait.
that Coca-Cola bottle? Let me know. But
Wait a
you know
minute,
what I'm
though.
saying. You know what I'm
Wait a
saying?
minute, though. Wait a minute. You know what? You ain't never told more of the truth, man. Because you, God bless my wife in heaven, dog. She used to say it all the. She used to tell me this all the time. And I used to be like, "What are you talking about?" She used to look at me and be like, "You don't know women." And I'd be like, "What do you mean? What does that mean?" You know what I'm saying? I'll be like, "What?" And look, we're not going to divert off the topic, but let me just get this one in just real quick. One day I went out to eat with my in-laws. It
Right,
was me, my wife, my son, my youngest son at the time, my brother-in-law, his wife, my niece, my mother-in-law,
right.
my sister-in-law's mom.
Okay.
Well, we showed up to the restaurant, and my wife and my sister-in-law goes in to confirm the reservations. The rest of us is outside. Out of nowhere, I hear, "Hey, lad." And I turn around and I see a young lady I knew from school, right? High school
Ah.
days. And so she comes up. I'm like, "Hey, how you doing?" We embrace. I give her a hug. She puts one of her hands on the top of
Oh
my
no.
head and
Mm-mm.
her other hand around my waist, right? And we hug
Mm-mm.
and we talked for a couple seconds, but she was moving on, right? And I'm getting ready to go in there. My mother-in-law kind of looking kind of, she looking like, "What is that?" Right? And I'm kind of like, "What the hell's going on?" I know this girl from school. So I'm gonna make it fast. We sitting at the table. She decides to make a joke with my wife.
Oh
She tells
no.
my wife, she says, "Hey, lad seen the old classmate outside and they embraced, but I found it odd that she rubbed the top of his head with one hand and put her arm around his waist with the other hand
Uh-oh.
when they hugged."
Try snitch. Okay.
Bro, can I tell you that my wife's attitude went from calm 0 to 100? Like, I can't wait till we get in the car, bro. You know
you
what
about
I'm
to you
saying?
about to get it.
Oh man, dude, I'm
Man.
looking at her like, what's wrong, right? So, dude, we get in the car, and dude, it was in. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. It was 30 seconds after both doors closed, and she looked at me and she said, "Hey, man, was you screwing her? Was you having
Woo!
sex with her while you knew each other in school?" And I'm
Woo!
like, "Where did that come? Who are you talking about?" She's like, "Don't play games with me, or
Ring
you
the
screwing
alarm.
her." I'm like, "Nah, what are you talking about?" And that's when I start understanding the "you don't know women," right? I guess the caress was like a signal from a woman, right? I
Yeah.
didn't know that as a man. You know what I'm
Me neither.
saying?
And see,
But
that
whatever the
ties into
case,
what
man. So
we're
I just
talking
wanted to
about.
drop that nugget, dog. So
And look, lad, that ties into what we're talking about. Like, if I would have been there with you, I would have been just as baffled. Like, why is she cussing you out, bro? Like, all you need was get a hug and a rub, whatever. You know what I mean? It wasn't even a rub.
Ooh, I love you, baby. Yeah, man. I'm sorry. I don't want to get off topic, but when you said that
No,
earlier,
that's
dude,
on
that just
topic.
warmed my
Because,
heart.
but that's
Warmed
on
my heart.
topic if you think about it. Because her mom, and Minnie, they seen the same in your wife. They seen the same thing in a lot of ways. You know what I mean? And that's my point. As black men, we know things happen to us. And this is one thing I wanted to say to you. I wanted to say at the beginning of the show, and when I talk about us being kind of against us sometimes, I want to say this. This has nothing to do with, we know that cops hurt us. We know that, like you were saying, you actually said it, with other races, we got racism, we got all kinds of things that come between us. I just want us to be, and because my thing is this, if we can love each other too, we know we got white friends. We're gonna love them as well. It's just part of it. It's just funny. You'll go and break your back for somebody who may not look like you. And once again, it ain't got nothing to do with racism. But when your boy come up, it's like, if he ain't going through nothing that's gonna be detrimental to you and him. Like you said, some of them they own something. So it's like, I can't risk it, bro. I can't risk it. You know what I mean? Get yourself clean. I'll even help you if you make a decision, get yourself clean. I'll help you get to where you got to get to, but you get yourself clean. Because I wouldn't risk that for nobody. They'd be my children. You gotta better work it out. You know what I'm saying? I love you with all my heart. I'm only gonna help you so far to get you in the door, and then you gotta do the rest of the work. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yes,
but
sir.
we can meet good dudes and good people, and it's like, whoa, I met a dude at the job a couple years ago named T. Me and T it was instant we became homies. And he's just a good dude, brilliant dude, man, doing his thing. And my thing is that, we didn't let no barrier, no, what's up, black, or none of that shit come between. It was like, I like you, like me, you funny, you too. And we just started to mesh. We don't do a lot of that. So I guess the question I want to ask you, Lab, is it a thing where do we just approach each other and be like, what's happening, bro, and just see what happens? Or, where do you think? And I understand it's not changing the world. You can't change the world in 3-4 seconds or a podcast. But if you meet someone you think they solid, should you approach them? Even if you don't get the vibe.
Well, to be honest with you, I think it's the initial encounter. I mean, even just today, I was out running errands. I come out the store, and it was an older brother, black man, melanin skin, should I say, coming out, and he had the little cane, he had a bag. I could see he was struggling a little bit, and I was like, "How you doing, black man?" He said, "Man, I'm doing fine, young man. How are you doing?" I said, "I'm doing well." I said, "Hey, man, you need a little help?" He says, well, my car is just right there." I said, "That's not a problem. I'm on the way in the store. So I got time. You're on the way out the store." I said, let me grab a bag," because he had like 3 bags. I said, "Let me grab a
Right,
bag or two, walk it to the car." He handed me a bag or two. I walked his way. And he was an older gentleman. I'm in my early
right.
50s. I'm going to say he was maybe mid 60s, maybe early 70s. And
Okay.
it's funny. It's funny. It's funny. We decided to I told you earlier that we decided to have this conversation because even he was like, "Hey, man, I appreciate you, black man.
Yeah.
This doesn't happen often within our community." And I
Yeah.
said, "You know what, man, it's all good because you see someone in need, and it doesn't have to be someone melanin skin. It could have been Caucasian,
Yeah.
Korean,
Sure.
Hispanic, or whatever. You see someone in need. If you're good hearted, you're gonna try to help that person out." He could have easily said no.
Absolutely.
I would have kept a stepping, but he said, "Hey," he handed me a couple of bags. I helped him. So I just say all to say that I think it's in the initial encounter. I think with people being melanin skin, the black man, I always try to give you a fair shot on how I'm going to treat
Right.
you. Like if I
Right.
don't know you, I'm gonna meet you. I'm gonna say, "Hey, what's good, brother?" Or "How you doing today, black man?" And I'm gonna say it
Yeah.
in a calm demeanor. I'm not gonna come forceful. I'm not gonna have my chest open. I'm gonna come humble and say, "How you doing?" If you come at me a little bit negative, then the first thing I'm gonna think is you could be having a bad day. So I'm gonna say, "It's all good, black man. Just try to live blessed, man. Do the best you
Yeah.
can."
Yeah.
Now, I am human. Now, if you come right back with some extra negative, then I got to flip the script. Now I got to be like, "Okay, I'm gonna leave you be, but go on about your business, partner."
Right.
Right? Because I address you respectfully, and it don't have to just once again, it don't have to be a melanin person.
Yeah.
It's what I do because we try to stick together, and we got to appreciate I'm not being racist. We got to appreciate our own kind. We appreciate every individual, but we definitely got
Right.
to try to respect and appreciate our own because we know the valleys and the peaks that we got to go up and down
Yeah.
through, right?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna address you. I'm gonna take the energy that you put out. If you put out a humble energy, you putting out a greeting energy, I'm gonna give that back to you. If you putting out a dominant energy or you want to show your testosterone or whatever, then I'm going to take a step back because that's what my
Right.
father always told me. I'm gonna take a step back and let you go on about your business, right? And I'm gonna stop interacting with you. But if you continue to bring now, once I step back, and if you step up and bring that energy, then I may have to address you with the same energy.
Right.
You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
it
So,
sounds.
so I hope that answered your question, bro. So
Well,
that's
it
just kind
does.
of
It
how I
sound like
feel.
me. What it sound like to me is, and I guess I would be on the same wavelength because what else can you do? It's case by case. It's
Right,
start with respect, and then see where it goes. You know what I mean? And I think
right,
that's the best way. I think by us speaking what we speak, that a lot of men probably, black men, melatonin man, feel that this is good because then there's things we all think about when we don't say it. It's like I've been writing a little comedy skit and I've done it for a few people and they like it. And the reason why some of them do something like but my point is that um, I'm just coming from a place where I think humans, how weird, no matter how weird something is, we all feel a certain way about certain things. It's just the way that we all had. Maybe it's God just being funny. God be like, yeah, I'm gonna have this person. You know what I mean? Because you've had that situation happen. So you're like, yeah, like deja vu or whatever. So I guess what I'm trying to say is that it's almost like you have to just do it case by case. Like you said, if they receive it, great. If they don't, then that's all you can do. But the first step should be, how are you? Like you
yes,
said,
sir.
can I help you? Because you could easily walk by him, gave him a nod, and that would have been the norm to him. But you went over and beyond, and now that may change his way, even though he's older. But like you said, what you always say, you're never too young, never too old, right? So you
That's
you you
right.
may have taught him something. God crossed y'all for a reason. So, but I guess what I wanted to do the podcast for too on this subject was just let people know we all feel this way. So maybe when you go out there, y'all, and you can loosen up a little bit. Yeah, you don't know what people are. People are sneaky. You can't, people do dirt everywhere. They're out there
Right,
Craigslist, whatever. But
right,
try to listen to your inner alert. You know what I'm saying? And
right,
go off of that. Don't walk yourself into situations. I'm not saying that, but let's just try to be kinder.
right,
You know what I mean? Because even someone that may be
right. And give
slimy,
them a chance.
yeah,
And give them
because
a
somebody
chance.
that
I
might
mean,
be doing wrong,
everybody
they
deserves
might
the
really
opportunity
just
and
need
chance.
someone to be down with them. You know what I mean? So I don't know.
Right. That part, bro. That part. Because something else. I work in the public, man, and sometimes people, I deal with people in the public, and sometimes people will be like, "Oh, are you having a good day? Or are you having a bad day?" Because I don't necessarily smile. Well, I'm not
Yeah,
the necessary person who walks around with a big smile on my face. I never
yeah, me
have.
neither.
But that don't
Mhm.
mean I'm having a bad day. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying? So give people a chance, right? Try to, introduce yourself if you don't have to, but respect people. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? If someone's coming
yeah,
across your path or you going across someone else's path, acknowledge that you're crossing their path. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And say, hey, like you said, head nod, how you doing today? Black man, young woman, how you doing, sir, ma'am, whatever the case may
yeah.
be.
Hmm.
Acknowledge somebody, let them know, hey, I see you. I respect you as a human being. I acknowledge you as a person, right? And if they give off something negative, just keep stepping.
Yeah.
You don't have to
No,
prove
you're
nothing
right.
to nobody,
You're right.
But now
But
if
you
they,
said
but always like you said, protect yourself. You always got to be mindful of the
right.
environment, right? But
Yeah.
just keep stepping, because one of the another and I don't want to overtalk you, but another thing is,
No, it's good.
these youngsters nowadays, right? These youngsters nowadays, they come from a different cloth, bro.
I
You know
know.
what I'm saying? So
Selfish.
sometimes it's hard to communicate with them. Some of them got their pants down to their ankle, to their kneecaps, and you like, bruh, you know, I know it's a style. I know that's the style, the hip hop culture right now, wherever the case may be. And once in a while, I try to tell them, man, respectfully though, bro, pull your pants up, man.
Yeah. Do
Now, if
yourself
they
a
come up,
favor.
Yeah, yeah. Now if they come on, oh, you old man, you old, you understand? I'd be like, okay, I'm just trying to give you a little advice. You know what I'm saying? If that's how you want to act, go on, handle your business. Let me get out your
Yeah,
way. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? I'm just trying to help you out, man. You know what I'm
right.
saying? I mean that you walking, holding your pants up, trying to walk. You got the little duck walk. Well, you can't even walk straight, man, because your pants down by your knees,
Yeah,
man. Come on, man.
I don't even know how
Let's
they
do
do it.
better, man. Let's do better. I don't need it,
But
bro, but they doing it.
yeah, I know. But you know what, though, lad? You just said
And it's not
something
just
that I
young
think
black men.
is
It's all kinds of races doing it. I just want to make that I'm not singling out young black men because I
no,
see Caucasian dudes,
it's
I see young
youngsters.
Hispanic dudes, and lately I've been seeing young Asian dudes do it.
Oh yeah, it's a cultural thing, bro. Cultural thing. Now, you just
So
said something, bro, and to me, it's the nugget of the whole podcast. What you just said, bro, was just let somebody know they being seen because a lot of people walk around loud and they feel invisible, and I ain't trying to get all, but it's true. People don't want to talk about the inner shit that's going on with people. People don't want to talk about some of the toughest women I meet now, and I tell them, I just break them down because I just go to their soul. I'm like, you've been hurt. It's okay. Talk to me. And I've said this before.
right,
Just talk to me. I'm not gonna judge you. I'm not gonna, because you've been. I tell women that I meet. I tell them this. I say, look, I understand some of the hardness y'all have because here's the thing. With women, it's like they gonna have men come at them like 197 billion times a day. Now, through that time, they gotta figure out who's going to be the top million, then break them down to find out so they can finally try to figure out who they can fuck with. And when they finally find the one that they think is cool, he gonna fuck her over. So that'll make you a little upset. That will make you a little stand backish. You know what I mean? So I tell women I get it. See, because a man, even a really good man, he may get a good 20, 30, right? And his whole thing is he really don't give a fuck which one it is. You know what I'm saying? Who's fucking? That I'm just saying, not all the time, but if he ain't really looking, that's his mentality. But women more times than not, they're
right,
looking. I say that to say this. When you
right.
said show them that you see them, a lot of women that are attracted to me or I can talk with, it ain't a lot, is because I show them I can see them. Whether it's end up in friendship or whatever, doesn't matter because I'm not coming at you for that. I'm coming at you to find out what kind of human being you are. Because at this point in my life, and I guess that's what this podcast is about too. I want to connect with people, bro, that are far more talented to me, but can help. It's like Obama, right? They said Obama was a good president, not because of him, but the people he had around him. He said, I want the best that, I want the best this, I want the best that. And whatever they got to do to help me get over to what I got to get to, that's what I want. Great leaders, man, they were great students before. You know what I mean? Great leaders pick
That's true.
people, bro,
That's
that,
true.
you know what I mean? It's like they pick
That's true.
people, bro, that are going to make them better. You know what I'm saying? So, but I really
No,
think
that's
what
the
you
truth,
said,
brother.
show people you see them.
Yeah, yeah, without a doubt. Because I think that's the gateway to at least to having some civil rapport, right? I
Yeah,
mean, I said we don't have to become friends. I may not never see you a day in my life and again, but like you said, if
right.
I show you a little bit of acknowledgement within passing, then at least you know, okay, you feel a little bit better about yourself. Maybe, maybe not, but I'm being me. I feel I do what I do, right? And. So once again, it don't have to be someone melanin. You know what I'm saying? It could be Caucasian,
Yeah,
Asian,
yeah,
Hispanic, whoever it is. When you come across, I'm not saying go out there and speak to everybody. Everybody you walk down the street, hello, how you doing? Hello, how you doing? That's not what I'm trying to say.
yeah. No,
What I'm
no.
saying is when you cross people's paths, acknowledge someone, man. Let them know that, hey, man, like you said, I see you, I recognize you as an individual. I hope you recognize me as an individual as well, and not just my skin color. Because one of the things we need to do too is the stereotype, right?
Yeah,
Because we've
yeah,
all seen, we've all experienced it. I mean, I walked to a parking lot. It was years ago. I was younger, and I'm walking through the parking lot, and it's a lady sitting in the car, and I'm going between cars, but as I'm approaching her car, all of a sudden I heard the thump.
click, click.
She locked the doors, and I was like, "Did she just lock the doors?" Like, I wasn't even thinking about bothering you, right? But now I'm human too, because for a second I want to stop and grab the door handle and be like, "Oh, you locked the door." You know what I'm saying? I forget, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying, just to kind of
yeah,
shake you up a little bit. You know what I'm
yeah. No, I
saying?
get
I
you.
did do that, but it was kind of like, hold up, man. you've been sitting in this parking lot, I don't know how long, but you see
Yeah.
me as a melanin man come walking by, and as I'm getting closer to the car, you're on the passenger seat, I'm coming down the driver's seat, you boom, hit the power lock zone. I'm like, what the hell was that?
Yeah, stereotypes. But I think that's kind of the problem too with even us, lad. I mean, why black men kind of be the way they are. Because unfortunately, there are some that, just like every race, but we're the ones that they look at because they know the power that we just
Right,
kind of possess in us. So, but and I
right,
say that to say this that but because I'll be honest, I ain't gonna lie, I was at Wells Fargo one night, and it was just got dark, and I went to go and get some money out, and boy, I was to see a couple of brothers, and that's sad, bro. But I'm being honest, so I can
yeah,
understand why. It's like the analogy with the women. I can understand why you have some stigma about men. I
right,
can say we can see why we have stigma about. I mean, one of the reasons why we don't fuck with a friend who's on drugs, we like that. He'll rob us. We already know he's gonna
right,
get me. So it's
right,
like, even
right,
though he loves you, but he's not. It's the drug that got him. Yeah, he
right,
loves you, he'll fight for
right.
you, but he like turn your back and see if I'll go in your wallet. Because it ain't about it's
Eh,
about this. I gotta, you know. So,
right.
but I mean, I think that's part of why we sometimes as black men, because we're not sure. I've had instances.
No,
I went
and
to
you
go buy
make a
a
good
car
point.
one time, lad, and I pull up, and I didn't tell them what I was driving and none of that. But I pull up in this parking lot, and they didn't have the truck there. So I didn't say nothing. So dude, I guess he didn't know if it was me, but it's his brother, and they in the car. There's like five of them in the car in this little Toyota. And like I said, they didn't even know it was me waiting in the parking lot because I didn't know. Yeah, I'm in I didn't do none of that. So I realized, okay, this don't look good. The spirit in me.
Right.
So I just drove off and hit the way. And I'm on the way, and he calls me. He's like, hey, what happened, man? I was like, oh, yeah, man, I got to get, blah, blah. I told him something. Who's that? Who's that? And he's like, well, you come on back. Nah, I'm gonna go on pat. But it was something in me that's telling me. But my point is that maybe that is why sometimes we don't interact because nobody plays fair all the time. But you want your
No,
brother to play fair. You know what I mean?
and
So
look, Rodney Fofo, I totally understand that, and I totally get you on that, man. And I've done that myself. I
yeah,
corresponded with this gentleman on this app. I was trying to buy some wheels for a couple weeks, and he told me to hit him this one day. So I hit him up the time he said. A couple of times, like an hour and a half later, he said, "Hey, man, I was doing this, doing that, but meet me over here in this location, right?" And I said, "Okay, that's cool. What time you want to meet?" He was like, "Well, meet me there in like 40 minutes, 45 minutes." I'm like, "Okay, cool." So I hit my little Lala up because she knew what I was trying to do, and I was behind schedule. And I said, "Hey,
right.
look, dude just touched bases with me. He want me to meet him at this spot, right?" And she was like, "Whoa." I thought y'all was meeting at the tire shop. I was like, well, that was the original agreement, but he said meet him over here, this, that, and the third. She was like, well, where's over here? So I gave her the address. Dude, she jumped on the Google Maps, dog. And when she
Good
jumped on the
woman.
Google Map,
Good
she
woman.
started sending me pictures. She started sending me pictures, and she said, "I want to let you know that's a desolate area. There's
Mm,
nothing out there. There's not a home. There's not a business. There's not a freaking street light. It's a desolate area. I don't think you should go out there." I'm like, well, I've been talking to him a couple of weeks. I don't think he'll do me the dirty. You know what I'm saying? But she was like, yeah, you by yourself, though.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So as
Yeah.
I'm looking at the pictures, I agree with you, brother. I'm like, well, hold up. I'm going Google Map myself and I'm spinning it around and I'm like, well, shit,
This don't
ain't
look
nothing out
right.
there, bro.
Yeah.
I
She
mean,
told
ain't nothing out there, bro. I mean, ain't nothing
nothing.
out there but fields, dog. It's a
Whoa.
long street with nothing but fields, dog. And I'm
Whoa.
like, well, so no, I'll say all that to say I agree. You totally right because I'm down about respecting everybody and giving everybody opportunity. But yeah, you got to be
Yeah.
smart, man. Because I
Yeah.
did the same thing. I reached back out to the brother and say, "Nah, bro, I can't do that, man. We can meet at the tire shop another day
Yeah.
when you're free. I'm not in a rush, but that wasn't the original plan, right?
Yeah.
Oh
And
man, I got my work truck. We could try the wheels, this, that, and the third. Don't worry about it." I said, "Bro, I'm not worried about it. I mean, I'm not a big guy. I'm not worried about it, but
yeah.
it doesn't make me feel safe, bro." We
Yeah.
agreed to meet tonight, y'all. We can meet another day. I ain't never heard from that brother since that conversation, bro.
And that's how you know it was trying to get you caught up. And that's how I got with that dude. And it just speaks to like what we said. It's like, because you want to have love, you want to show love, but you gotta
Right,
remember, like, all these cats that have been dying, Slim 400, Black Man, Pac, Black
right,
Man, we
right,
Biggie, possibly Black Man. You know what I mean? It goes on and on
right.
through century after
And
century.
right, and don't get it twisted, folks. We're not sharing our stories and explain this to say not to trust a black man. That's
Yeah,
not.
exactly.
Don't get that point.
Exactly.
What we're saying is to use your mind, be smart, right? And it's
Right.
not just the melanin man. It could be once again the Caucasian man, the Asian man, the Chinese man, the Eastern Indian man. It doesn't make. Wait a minute. Let me keep it 99 with you, bro. It could be the melanin female. It could be the
Sure.
Caucasian female.
Well,
Because
yeah.
look how many cats that we done heard done got killed, got said. Look at the brother who just got died less than 90 days ago in Colombia. This brother was balling out of control. I think he was a
Lad,
lottery winner.
bring your camera down a little bit. I can't. There you go.
Okay, I think he was a lottery winner. He went to Colombia because you know a lot of brothers been going over to like Colombia and
Yeah.
the Dominican and all that. He went over there, met up with a couple. Nothing against you guys. Met up with a couple IG chicks or whatever. Man, the brother got robbed and murdered. Man,
Wow.
they set him up.
Yeah.
You can Google it. It's on Google.
No, I hear
They
you.
set him up.
And it
So it's
just
not just
speaks
the
to,
men. It's the women. It's the
yeah.
people in general. You
No,
got to be smart, but in the same time, give
absolutely.
people a chance. Give people a
Right.
chance,
And
but be smart though.
absolutely. And all I'm saying is that it just only reason why it ties into this is because, like I said, with black men, we unfortunately people have their, like you said, lady with, because I've had things like that happen to you. It's like we all got our stereotypes even about ourselves, and but
Yeah.
there's reason to. I mean, it's not that we just make it sound in the air. Sometimes you gotta agree, be like, yeah, we can, you can hear something on the news and be like it's a white person or a black person, like, some 5 people got ate by sharks. You know, it was a brother around. You know what I mean? It's like, you know what I mean? So, but then there's some things that happen, and you kind of wait. You're like, oh damn, Uzi. Yeah. So what I'm saying is that, and I'm not trying to put it. I'm just being honest, bro. So that's why maybe
No,
sometimes
that's all
we
you
have
can do.
trepidation about being close to someone or joining in with someone because we're not sure
Right.
what their motive is.
Right. Well, all we can do is speak our own testimony, man. That's all we
That's
can do.
it.
Everybody's had different experiences, man. So, look, folks, as I said, we're not down to nobody, black,
Nope.
white, Korean, whoever. We're just giving you our own life testimony, what we've
Yeah,
been through, what we experienced, what we come to find out. And we hope you take a little bit from what we're saying in this podcast and apply it towards your life. But in the end, you're
that's
going to do
it.
what you do. Just move safely, be smart. That's the main thing.
That's it. And that's why we started this podcast because we just had great conversations and we feel like maybe 1, 2, 3 people maybe get something from it. It's therapeutic for me, absolutely. And and it's just us speaking our truth. Hopefully, to grow
Yeah,
more and more people will feel free to come on. A safe place to land for black, white, red, green, woman, man,
but without a
child,
doubt.
whatever. You know what I'm saying? Express how you
Without a
is. We
doubt,
human
bro.
beings. We all have the same type of feelings, and I think that's what I want from us to achieve from what we're trying to do. So, but
And
once
without a doubt.
again, man,
And, and,
you
and
came.
look,
You
and look.
know what I'm saying?
Look, bro, that's how we do it, man. And I want to say real quick, man, don't be you guys getting those comments, man. Make some comments, whether you agree, you disagree. If you have a viewpoint, something me or Rodney Fofo say, you may want to have a commentary or a different spin on. Get in those comments, man, because we growing the podcast. We're
Yeah.
gonna start trying, like he said, we're gonna try to get other people involved. So we don't know if you closed mouth don't get fed. So if you
Right.
got
Right.
something to say, you got something, man, go and put it in the comments because we're gonna read it and then we're gonna reach out to you. I mean, I can't say we're gonna do everybody
Absolutely.
because eventually if it grows and we get 5,000 comments, we can't reach out to everybody. But if
Right.
you put something in the comments and you got a viewpoint, something we said, you want to elaborate on what we said, you agree, disagree, once again, get in the comments.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, it may be 3 of us, man. Eventually, it could be 4 of us. I mean, not maybe all the time, but we may incorporate you into the podcast because we want to come back on the subject if it touch your heart, and we want to hear what you got to say because you're never too old or too young to learn something, and we can learn from you guys
Absolutely.
just as well, just as
Absolutely. And
well.
make sure y'all go watch the rebroadcast. It's always going to be me and Lad. will be shooting out to friends and family, and just
Yes,
I
sir.
see it on my TikTok and wherever Lad's on TikTok. Uncle Lad. You can find him Uncle Lad or Uncle underscore Lad. He's at TikTok.
Yes, sir.
He's
Yes,
at
sir.
IG. He said he's gonna
Yep.
keep his Facebook on
Underscore.
the low. No, I'm just kidding. But I'm on TikTok, YouTube. We gonna do our thing,
Woo.
y'all. You know what I'm saying? If y'all just want a
Yes,
straight, honest talk, and like Lad said, this ain't nothing but the living room conversation, man. And we just
that's
trying
it.
to grow. Yeah, we trying to grow
That's
not
it,
just
man.
for us, but we trying to grow, man, so people can
That's
kind of know
it.
that there's people just like you out there.
Man, come on, be a part of it, man. Don't be afraid. We don't bite, man. We respect everybody. Come on, be a
Yeah,
part of it. Get your like the podcast. Do that. Share the podcast without a
yeah.
doubt.
Share it.
Put your
We
comments
and
in.
we've done pretty
Put your
well on the low.
comments
This
in.
1K ain't too bad for 2 shows, but we just want people to enjoy. That's
What
all.
we building, bro? What we building, bro? We building,
Yeah.
man. We gonna start.
Oh yeah, I
I'm
know.
trying to put. And we're gonna put a little office together and all that, man. Eventually, we're gonna get to be like Bets one day, man. Everybody got to start off, brother. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? We gonna, I got to let my little. Somebody told me, hey, man, you got to let your personality flow a little bit more. You seem a little stiff. I looked at the last one. I said, oh shit.
I thought you did
I
fine,
did seem a
bro.
little stiff. Yeah. No, I know. I think I did okay too. But you know what? I appreciate them saying that because they like, man,
Yeah.
of course, man, you're a quiet dude, but when you kind of charismatic when you let yourself. So yeah, it's all a work in
Yeah.
progress, man. But
I
once
can't
again,
help but be loud
people,
on my damn self. You know how I am, but because I do
yeah,
all
yeah,
this other
well,
stuff. But my hope really is that we get to actual studio, you know what I'm saying? But God done blessed us, bro. We're gonna be
oh, we
just
gonna get there, brother.
fine. Look for us
We
at
gonna get
least
there,
every
brother.
weekend.
No, brother, we gonna get there, brother. It's all stepping stones, man. It's
Yeah,
like
for
what they say
sure.
is the baby you had to crawl before you walk, and you walk before you ran, brother.
Hey, I'm be
We
honest
gonna
with
get,
you, lad.
we gonna get.
As far as God has brought me just from the TikTok, bro, I couldn't even. I go on about countless stories of people I never thought I'd ever talk to, gave me game, and I know I talked about it earlier. I mean,
It's getting
tomorrow,
dark.
and then I've been like, this is crazy. I was talking to people where I didn't even know why they would want to talk to me, and I'm talking to them. I'm singing their song when they talk to me, like, are you listening to me? But my point
Right.
is that when God is in it, bro, it's like it's amazing what he can do. You know what I mean? He gonna give you what you want, if you walk in that way. First, so I want people to say, Lord is my savior. So
Without a doubt, bro. Without a doubt. As I said,
yeah,
it's gonna work out, man. We're gonna make it happen, dog. I just go in here and turn this little light on, man, real quick. So it's getting kind of dark out here, but it's a little
yeah.
warm in the house, and
I
I don't
barely
want to turn
see
on the
you there.
AC. I'm trying to keep my little la her electric bill down some. So
Well, look, man, I appreciate you again, and y'all already know we will be showing the rebroadcast. Will be up immediately. If you get a message, go check us out, y'all. Uncle Lad, Rob Me Fofo, chopping it up. You already
I
know.
think Fo, I got much love for you, brother. We gonna stick. We gonna keep doing this, man. Stay
Yes,
positive,
sir.
kid. We gonna make it happen, dog. We gonna keep it light and make it bright. You know what I'm saying? Real
Come
spill,
on.
brother. Huh?
Y'all check us out. Love you, brother.
About that talk. Love you too, my bro. You be safe, man. And as
You
always,
too.
live
I
like a
holler.
kid.
We'll holler during the week sometime, just to holler.
Oh, without a doubt, man. Actually, I may be up your way next week. I'm not sure. Maybe Saturday. I'm
Oh,
not
that'd
sure,
be
but I'll be
live.
up there within the next couple of weeks for sure. I got a couple things to do up there. So
Oh, that'll be live. Holler at me, man, for sure.
all right, loved one. Appreciate you, man. Much love. Respect you,
Love you,
man. Keep
bro.
doing your thing.
Peace.
You guys go and follow Rodney Fofo on all social media platforms. The man's funny. He's doing his dizzle. Y'all better
Uncle
stop
Lad,
playing with him.
Uncle underscore
Get
Lad,
right.
TikTok, IG. Let's go.
Let's do it, baby. I love you, bro.
I love
Stay
you too,
blessed, man.
bro. Peace.
All right, man. Peace.